Raw travelers are often faced with a tough choice. Either opt to rough travel and encounter nature in its most primitive form, or have a more tame experience where nature has been contained and has the creature comforts many of us have become accustomed. What if I told you there is a land where this is a false choice? A place abundant in raw natural wonders with infrastructure that is both comfortable and environmentally sustainable. A country so committed to peace and the environment that it doesn't even have an army. A land so idyllic and sought after, even U.S. citizens illegally immigrate here. Would you go? We're not immigrating, but we are visiting this Central American eco and adventure travel paradise. Leave the tourism brochure at home. We're going to get to know the real, the raw Costa Rica.
Travel. For some, it's a luxurious escape, or maybe an adrenaline-filled adventure. But if you're like me, it's a precious opportunity to discover and to give back. It's time to get real. It's time to get raw. It's time for raw travel.
When visiting Costa Rica, many begin in the capital of San Jose. Some guidebooks may tell you to get in and get out of bustling San Jose as soon as possible, but I'm a contrarian. We decided to hang in the city to get a feel for Costa Rican culture before beginning our ecotourism adventures. Costa Ricans, or Ticos as they are often called, are generally passive in their political views, but this doesn't mean that they are complacent. We ran into a group passionately, but peacefully, protesting for animal rights.
So basically it's animal rights against animal testing, any exploitation, and this is specifically about the zoo here, right? Because they keep caged animals, correct?
Yes. And well, like more than the half of us, it's like vegetarian and vegans.
Okay.
So we're against the eating.
Oh, you don't believe in eating meat? Okay.
These guys have their work cut out for them. While Costa Rican cuisine doesn't stand out as terribly unique, we found that the national dish of chifrijo includes healthy portions of meat. Chifrijo was invented years ago by Miguel Correro, the owner of Correro's Bar on the outskirts of San Jose. But eating is not the only thing on the menu in San Jose, especially on the weekends when the local flea market is in swing and the big La Sabana Park is packed with weekend warriors, rollerblading, exercising, or just chilling with the family. As a traveler, it's a great place to meet the locals and their local friends.
It doesn't feel as bad as I thought it would. It's actually a little soft. It feels okay, man. I just don't want to move.
Wow, these guys are good. Let's see if I can do this. Busted. Okay, let's try it for real. Costa Rica is acclaimed for adventure sports and ecotourism. It's the original home for zip lining and canopy tours. So we decided to traverse to the somewhat remote area of Monteverde, an area some consider to be ground zero for ecotourism worldwide.
Have you seen like tourism explode or, just slowly grow? What's it like?
Yeah, no, it's definitely been growing, and you see the fluctuation of the type of tourist that comes to Costa Rica.
Right.
For many years it was a lot of backpackers. You get a lot of backpackers, and we still get, our fair share of backpackers, no doubt.
Why is it here in Costa Rica that it just seems to be the leader of the pack?
Yeah, I think this has a lot to do with the fact that, there's so much conservation being done in Costa Rica.
Right.
There's so many, parks and reserves all over the place that it just lends itself to that.
Do you ever feel like there's just too much of a good thing? There's too many people here and it's unsustainable, or what do you think?
I think in certain places, yeah, people say, hey, you know what, too much tourism here.
Right.
Everything has to be in moderation, Yeah. But the great thing about Costa Rica is you can still find places that are not very populated, that are not too touristy, that you can get away from that kind of stuff.
Joe didn't need to twist my arm to take the 100% Aventura Canopy Tour. These guys are well known for their 5,000 plus feet of zip lines that run high, long, and fast. For me, 100% Aventura is the epitome of adventure sports in Costa Rica.
Our main activity is the canopy tour ziplining. We also provide horseback riding. We're the only ones in the Monteverde area right now that are doing ATV tours.
Okay.
And we also have hanging bridges.
Okay.
So it just gives you a different perspective of the canopy. Here.
Right here?
There we go. Up and over.
This is the harness, right?
This is the harness. This is the one
Okay.
that's going to sustain all your weight.
All the way through?
So if I freak out, pass out from fear, this is going to save me from falling to my death, huh?
This is going to keep you on the line while you're like a rag
While you
doll.
guys try to
coming-
revive me.
Absolutely. So, this is what we're going to be
As with
working.
most things, stopping is one of the most important things, right?
Absolutely, man.
I began with the short zip lines just to get the heart racing a bit. The rappel was a piece of cake, but when we got to the Superman, well, I'm no man of steel, and I'll admit I had second thoughts. This zip line is almost a mile. Okay, I made it. It's all over?
That was a sudden stop.
No, I still have to do the Mega Tarzan swing. Every fiber of my being saying, why am I doing this? So let's see what happens, I guess. I do sort of have to go to the bathroom, but I guess I'll have to wait. And I hope it doesn't happen at the wrong time. Let me see how high this is. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Okay.
This jump sucks! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Oh god! I'm screaming like a girl, I know.
Wow, what a rush. Could someone please call wardrobe? We're gonna need that pair of fresh underwear now, please. There's a question I've been wanting to ask you, and is what does, I know what pura vida means?
Pura vida.
Pura vida.
And you have to say it with some type of
Pura
emotion.
vida.
Pura
Oh, okay. You
vida.
can't just say pura vida.
No,
You gotta
that's,
say
that doesn't fly,
pura
man.
vida.
Pura vida.
Pura vida.
Absolutely.
Okay. Wait, for those who don't know Spanish, what does that mean?
That means pure life, man. That's just the way that we greet each other here.
Yeah.
Now, you walk into a family and the grandma is going to greet you like that. It's something that's been around for a long time. Pura vida. So
Wow.
I wake up in the morning and I say, ¿Qué, Mai? ¿Cómo estás?
Yeah.
And then you respond back to me, pura vida.
Pura vida.
And then I say to you, tuanis. And tuanis is slang for cool, for awesome.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
mai is used as bro or homie or, you know.
Okay.
So all those three fall into a sequence, you know, with just your first greeting, man.
Tuanis.
Pura vida.
All right, man. So this is my second time to Costa Rica. The first time was maybe about 13 years ago. And the thing I noticed is that the roads are pretty rough. They haven't really gotten better. So if you're thinking of renting a car, which is really a good idea to get around and be, you know, have your own schedule, be sure and ask your rental car agency. Let them know where you're going, because they might recommend that you get an SUV or some kind of four-wheel drive, because the roads are really rough. Costa Rica is tropical with dozens of microclimates, so count on some rain no matter when you go, and bring a good rain jacket. But the good news is that it usually doesn't rain all day, leaving plenty of time for exploration and adventure. The west coast of Costa Rica is well known for its surf. Towns like Playa Tamarindo and Jaco Beach are must-stops for surf gurus. They're typical beach towns with lots of souvenir shops, small and big hotels, and lots of time to kill and chill. The less explored east coast of Costa Rica has a very different flavor. The city of Puerto Limón may not be on the average tourist trail, but it's a definite stop for raw travelers who want to see a different type of Costa Rican culture. Limón has a very interesting history. Tell me about it.
Yes, I can say Limón is the place where everything started.
Okay.
And everything started from that place, that island.
Oh, okay.
When Christopher Columbus arrived here to Port Limón in 1502, he said, that is a rich coast. Es una costa muy rica. And in that moment, he puts the name of our country to
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
That makes sense. In the 19th century, the banana industry in Costa Rica brought people from the West Indies to help construct their railroad. One of these people was Jamaican Marcus Garvey. Rosa, I've heard a lot about Marcus Garvey.
Yes, Marcus Garvey lived here in Port Limón. He influenced our people in that time. He brought different ideas to change the people mindset about liberty, about economy, about business, about projects. And he made our community come together.
The West Indian influence is everywhere in Puerto Limón. On Sundays, you can bear witness to it at the First Baptist Church. You can also see it at the old-fashioned ballroom dances. And of course, the food.
Coconut is used really to flavor a lot in Caribbean food, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I noticed that a lot of people here speak at least a little bit of English, or most people, not everybody. Why is that?
Sure, we have the Caribbean influence
Okay.
with all the history and the construction of the railroad and all the people we established here in Limon.
Yeah.
And that is part of our heritage.
They came from the West Indies and they already spoke English,
Exactly.
so that makes sense.
We are here now in Jamaica Town.
This is Jamaica Town,
In
okay.
the time of the construction of the railroad, I think this is the heart of our culture or our heritage.
Right.
Because here they establish the music, the food, the religion, and everything.
Costa Rica enjoys a good literacy rate and educational system. However, Puerto Limon is a somewhat neglected area compared to the rest of Costa Rica. The crew and I decided to put together a video workshop for aspiring film and video students. The students wanted to make a short film on why travelers should visit Puerto Limon.
Where you want to go?
To Limon?
No, baby, don't go to Limon.
Why? Why do you think that I mustn't go to Limon?
Limon is too dangerous.
Well, I can tell you that. Sorry, but I think I'm gonna visit Limon same way. I'm gonna tourist that places.
Okay, well, I wish you luck. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I thought the video school that we did for the teenagers really was fantastic, man. You could tell the guys are really excited. They want to make a career out of the video film industry. You know, we're always trying to come up with ways like, how can we give back? What can we do? There's plenty of stuff to do. There's always plenty of people in need, but you know, to be able to use your talents or your field of expertise to help others out, I think that is really rewarding, and it's a little bit different than stuff we've done before. I loved watching the guys. They got so excited, and they were really paying attention, and everybody split off into what they wanted to do. Those who wanted to be on camera were on camera. The other ones were doing sound, doing video. It was probably, you know, really a thrill for them to be able to do that, and it was very rewarding for us, man. I loved it.
It may surprise you to know that metal, punk, reggae, and ska are still very popular in parts of Latin America. Costa Rica is the unofficial musical mecca for all of Central America. Using social media, I found a bunch of guys who live this culture to the fullest.
In the short time I've been in San Jose, seems to be a healthy punk, metal, alternative rock scene. Am I right?
Yeah, we have tons of hardcore, metal, ska, indie bands, and all types of music. And I think that Costa Rica is the country with the biggest scene in Central America.
Tell me about your band, man. Your band's like a punk, metal kind of band?
Yeah, punk rock bands, more like pop punk, punk rock, very called overseas.
How did that all begin? Has it been around since the 80s or before?
Yeah, there are some bands that started in the 80s, but then in the 90s it started becoming big.
Yeah.
Like in 94, 95.
Yeah.
And now we have a lot of bands.
Well, here in San Jose is a lot of people. They like ska. It's very big in Latin America.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in Costa Rica there is an underground scene that follow all that kind of ska styles, but there is a lot of people that follow the reggae too.
If you're like me, you've probably always gotten the heebie-jeebies when you actually see a bat. Well, a visit to the bat jungle in Monteverde can cure that. Come to find out, these little guys are both harmless and actually cute. In a creepy kind of way.
There's a big population of bats in Costa Rica?
Actually, there's here more bats than birds in pure quantity.
Oh,
here is
really?
still balance in nature. We don't see them, they're all hidden.
Right.
How difficult to see like a quetzal, a toucan. You have to
Right.
have guides, binos.
Right.
Bats are shadows, small, but
Yeah.
they're all over.
Yeah, they're tough to see because they're in the dark hanging out in places that we don't want to go usually, right?
Camouflaged.
Yeah. What is the purpose of the museum here? Is it to basically conserve bats, to
Everyone is
dispel
afraid
the
of
myth
them.
of bats? Yeah.
Everyone is afraid of them. Dracula, Hollywood, media,
Right.
they get stuck in our hair, they spread rabies. all around. Here we try to show what bats really are. If you see them inside, then how cute they are, how they manage their food, fruit bats, how necessary they are. It's just a guided tour, explain everything what they are, and then we show them live.
Now, do you have vampire bats in the cave here?
Not yet. Maybe in the future to grow as business. Live vampires will attract more bats. But then, yeah, we need fresh blood. Maybe with a discount in the entrance fee for blood
volunteers.
donors. That's the future.
Yeah, that's some volunteerism. If I go in there, I'm going to be okay. No one's going to attack me. Oh, man. I just don't want to move like really quickly. Hey, guys. I'm not nervous at all. So far, so good. Oh, that was a plant. My bad. These little fellas are not dangerous. Now, these little guys are dangerous. The poison dart frog has a toxic venom on their skin, and they can transmit it just by touch. So if you see them, stay away. But the red-eyed tree frogs, on the other hand, are not poisonous and are considered an iconic animal of Costa Rica. But just to be safe, I'm not touching any frogs. Now, I probably don't have to warn you not to touch the snakes. Does Costa Rica have any snakes?
Yeah, we do.
They do? Oh.
Many of them.
Yeah?
I think we have a lot of selection for all the people who comes here.
Really? Okay.
We have 139 different species of snakes.
Yet the tourists still come?
Yeah.
They don't mind the snakes, okay.
No. It's a bushmaster. Many people come to Costa Rica just to look for this snake.
Of that 139, how many are venomous?
We have 22 venomous snakes.
Wow.
Yeah. But normally you don't have to worry because normally snakes are not like animals. They will chase you and they will kill you just because they want. Normally it's when you step on them or you try to catch one of those or something like that, that's the only way how they can bite you.
Whoa. We're off to see some crocodiles, and in this part of Costa Rica, there's 40 to 50 per mile, so it's not a great place to go swimming. Now, I hear they're some of the biggest in all of the Americas, so we're gonna find out how big they actually get. In all my trips through Latin America, I've never seen anything quite like this. The Crocodile Man Tour in Tarcoles, Costa Rica will take you down the crocodile-infested Tarcoles River to see them in their natural habitat. So, Michael, this is a really good swimming hole, right?
No way.
No?
No
Why
way.
not?
It's a lot of crocodiles in here.
Yeah.
So swimming in here is not such a good idea.
Yeah, so you won't see people just doing the backstroke in the river here.
That's right, that's right. Actually, all the local people knows that there's a bunch of crocodiles in the river. That's they never just came in here to swim, you know?
And these crocodiles are some of the biggest or the biggest in the Americas? Is that what you said? Or?
That's right. In America, we have some of the biggest crocodiles in here, you know? And it depending of the species, especially the American crocodiles that we got in here, you know? Those were in a species who were in danger of extinction, you know? So the government in Costa Rica developed a kind of a program to reincorporate some wild crocodiles in some river that people don't use it like this one. So that's why right now they are not in danger anymore, but all of our river are like overpopulated of them.
A little bit overpopulated now.
That's right. Man.
And they have actually pulled cows off of, or cows have fallen into the river and they will eat. But generally, these guys got plenty of food in the river. There's no need for them to go out in the yards of people and hunt little babies.
That's right. That's why even there is houses nearby the river, and that's why the crocodiles don't even think about go to the houses because they have the enough food, and the river provide the enough food for them. You know.
And some of these guys can live to be really old, right? Like how old?
We're talking about 100 years, that's the average, 100 years. But even they will get around 150 or 130 years, you know, and they grow for life.
They continue to grow.
That's right. You know, once they get older, they start to grow in a little bit less, you know, but never stop. That's why if you back here, for example, the next year, you will see a bigger crocodile than the one that is this year, you know.
So now we got Jason here, who they call the crazy man, and I think I know why. This was crazy, but Jason has been doing this for years. My lawyers asked me to read this. If you live by a crocodile-infested river, please do not try this at home. That was amazing. Jason rode him like a surfboard and then pulled him by his tail. Now, if all this death-defying adventure has you palpitating, relax. You don't have to jump out of a tree or feed wild animals or visit a bat cave to have fun in Costa Rica. You can just relax in the rainforest.
If you're exhausted by the zip lining and bungee jumping, or maybe adventure sports just isn't your thing, well, don't worry. At the rainforest in Monteverde, they got you covered. You can just sit back, relax, and enjoy the view. Alexander, what was the inspiration to build the train here in the cloud forest?
The idea is to make possible for elder people, people with no physical condition, to get into the heart of the cloud forest. We realized that we built it for families. Because a lot of the tours just split the family, the canopy, but the train, you see grandma, Annie, father, mother, kids, and everything. So we got it all together here, and they really enjoy the park and all the things we offer here in the train forest.
For those seeking a rush of the non-adrenaline kind, on the outskirts of Monteverde, you'll find the El Trapiche, an environmentally sustainable working coffee, sugar, and cacao plantation open to travelers. They show visitors how chocolate, sugar, and coffee are grown.
This is where we dry coffee, which is...
These look like peanuts.
It looks like peanuts, yep. There's different ways to dry coffee. Usually people will do it outside.
They don't feel like peanuts.
Taste it.
They don't taste like peanuts.
They're little... Then when the whole fruit was dry, they used to peel it in el pilón.
Ah, okay. I think I've seen that.
To do rice, they used to peel rice with that.
So it's the same thing, but just for coffee. And somebody figured out if you beat it long enough, hard enough, it's gonna create some good coffee, right?
And then you won't have to go to the gym.
What about the coffee that I get, say, in the U.S., you know, and I go to like a big coffee chain cafe, you know, is that good quality Costa Rican coffee?
Could be.
It could be, okay.
It's hard to find good coffee over there because people are used to drink drinks out of coffee. They're not used to drink good coffee.
Right.
The way to drink good coffee must be all black. No milk, no sugar, nothing.
Cacao is all the rage now as someone finally discovered what indigenous people have known for centuries. Chocolate can actually be good for you. At El Trapiche, the guides will demonstrate how chocolate is made from the cacao, and since it's good for you, I boldly propose chocolate be added to the basic food groups. Do I hear anyone second that motion?
I know you want to do it again.
One more take.
All this coffee, candy, and adrenaline has made me a little jumpy. I may never come down. It seems that Costa Rica has something for everyone. From music fans to animal lovers to adventure junkies, this rich coast really is a raw traveler's paradise.
I think Costa Rica has done a really good job of marketing their natural beauty in a very manageable way. You know, they've really sort of taken the banner of ecotourism for Latin America and have just moved it forward. They are a model, a poster child of ecotourism. It's a good country. I always recommend it to people if they've never been to Latin America before. Start off in Costa Rica to get your feet wet like I did, and then it'll lead to bigger and better things, which is, you know, just exploring the rest of Latin America.